Alright, the final X-Men movie starring Hugh Jackman. Whew, I think I'm ready. Hey everyone, welcome to the review. Here's my review for the movie Logan. Yes, Logan stars Hugh Jackman, Patrick Stewart, Dafne Keen, and Boyd Holbrook, and this movie is written and directed by James Mangold himself, the guy who did The Wolverine and also great movies like Walk the Line and 3:10 to Yuma. And this is the story of Logan. Yes, this is loosely based off of the Old Man Logan comic book series. Amazing, one of the best X-Men / Wolverine stories ever in comic books. It's a loosely based though. The story of this movie is years later. It takes place in the late 2020s and stuff, and Logan is old and beaten up and depressed, basically giving up on life and stuff, and basically he is helping Charles Xavier out, and basically they have to go on one last mission / road trip. Yes, because they find a little girl, a little mutant. It's X-23. Everyone knows from the trailers that's X-23, and basically they have to guide this girl to safety, bring her to this safe haven called Eden stuff, and they have to get her there safely, but they have to go through all these men, these people that are hunting and tracking mutants, and one guy with a robot arm played by Boyd Holbrook. I forget his name. I think his name's Pierce in the movie. And yeah, basically they have to go through all that, and yeah, basically this is the last Wolverine movie, last X-Men movie starring Hugh Jackman as the title role of Wolverine, and this is a hardcore R-rated action drama film, and oh my god, this movie's fucking amazing. This movie is so freaking good. Logan is hands down the best movie of 2017 so far. This movie's fantastic. It's one of my favorite X-Men movies. Yes, this and Deadpool, that don't even have X-Men in the title, are the best X-Men movies. And it's not just because they're R-rated. Sure, that gives it a little bit of a boost, but they're more creative, they're more fresh, they feel so fresh and original, they have such a different take. All the X-Men movies are all mostly great, not all of them, Origins, Last Stand. They all do follow the similar formula, and they do have to play it safe because they have the PG-13 rating. Deadpool and Logan could just go balls out and just go crazy with the storylines. This movie, Logan, actually is probably a more R-rated film than Deadpool. And that is saying a lot, because Deadpool is hardcore R, but this movie has swearing, violence, like really disturbing, gritty, gruesome violence. Like, it is really violent, this movie. Right from the opening scene to this movie, you know you're in an R-rated superhero movie. This is not even like a straight superhero movie, this is like an anti-hero movie. Like, this movie is brutal and bleak, and at times very depressing and very emotional, and I fucking loved every second of this movie. It was so great. I was intrigued by the storyline. They had all the great writers in this movie. Scott Frank was one of the writers for this film. He writes amazing films, and just everything was done so well. The execution, the structure, the action, this is probably some of the best action scenes in any X-Men movie, even including Deadpool. The action in this movie is so well choreographed, so well shot, so brutal and just downright disturbing, and also a lot of fun and really kick-ass and so entertaining to watch. Hugh Jackman is brilliant. He's so good. He has been playing the role of Wolverine for 17 years now. His first movie was the first X-Men movie, and now he's finally done and finished, and this is such a brilliant and wonderful ending to his character. A very bittersweet ending, and it's just so good. He's amazing in this movie, and I'm actually going to say this. I'm going to say this. He deserves an Oscar nomination for his performance in this movie. I mean it. I genuinely mean it. He is that good in this movie. He is so three-dimensional, so compelling. He brings so much depth and so much humanity into this character. It's so amazing and brilliant, and it's well-deserving of an Oscar nomination. I'm not even saying a win. Like, I thought Ryan Reynolds maybe deserved an Oscar nomination, but I genuinely think Hugh Jackman deserves an Oscar nomination for his role in this movie. He is so freaking good. He has so much layers to his character in this movie. This is a broken character, and he plays it so freaking well. This is the best performance I've ever seen Hugh Jackman give, ever. I always thought that was Killer Dover. Him playing Killer Dover in Prisoners, I always thought that was Hugh Jackman's best performance. He proved me wrong, and he proved me wrong when I saw this movie. This is hands down the best performance I've ever seen Hugh Jackman give in a movie. He is so freaking good in this movie. You know what else is good? Patrick Stewart. Patrick Stewart, a very different Charles Xavier. He is so good as Charles Xavier in all the X-Men films. He just feels like Professor X. And this one, this is a very broken, beaten to death, freaking Charles Xavier. It is so different. And I've never seen Professor X swear like that. Other than James McAvoy in Days of Future Past. Fuck off. But this one, he is this very, broken old man that is scared that he's gonna, kill people with his powers because he can't control his own mind. And it's so, again, so much layers to the character. And Patrick Stewart is amazing in this movie. All the scenes with him and Hugh Jackman and Dafne Keen as X-23, who is also fantastic in this movie. Dafne Keen, I think this is her first role because they said introducing Dafne Keen in the opening credits. She's amazing. She doesn't say a lot most of through the film, but she's great. She does the action scenes so freaking well. She acts brilliantly through visuals and just not saying anything, because acting is not all about speaking. It's also a visual style, how you act. It's not always what you say, it's what you don't say. And she gives a great presence. She does the action scenes so well, and her character is also a very sympathetic and very compelling character. And I thought she did an amazing job, and I'm looking forward to an X-23 movie. I heard James Mangold's trying to make an X-23 movie, so looking forward to that. And yeah, James Mangold, he did such a good job directing this movie. I heard he wanted to make The Wolverine an R-rated movie. I'm glad this one got an R rating, because mostly thanks to Deadpool, because Deadpool did so well in the box office. Now we can get more R-rated superhero movies, and Logan is another step in that right direction, and it's amazing. And yeah, I also love the villain. The villain, as some people probably will think he's a generic, forgettable villain, Pierce, I thought he was good. I thought he was a pretty intimidating villain, and even funny at times. I thought Boyd Holbrook did a very good job. There's also another sort of side villain, which I won't spoil, but it's pretty fucking awesome. And yeah, I really liked it. The action, there's some dark comedy, there's this bleakness to it, this western feel to it, this really darkness in this movie, but funny at times, but there's just this brooding, bleak darkness to the film, and it works beautifully. The cinematography is also really well done. The score is brilliant, and everything, I just thought everything was done brilliantly. I had zero issues with the film. Is it a perfect film? God, no. There's no such thing as a perfect film. I'm sure there are problems here and there, but personal problems, I had no problems with this movie. I thought this movie was fantastic. It had good action, and amazing character dynamics in the film. I thought everyone was compelling. The performances were all spot fucking on. The writing was great. Everything was done well. The structure was fantastic. There was no problems with the narrative structure. I loved it. Everything about this movie was fantastic. Even the soundtrack was awesome. Everything about this movie was awesome. There's also a little thing that opens the movie, which is fucking brilliant. And yeah, everything about Logan is fantastic, and this is hands down my favorite movie of 2017. Will it stay on my number one? Probably not, but who knows? It might! And this is actually one of my favorite X-Men movies. I fucking love this movie. This is almost as good as Deadpool, so yeah, please go see it. I'm just warning you guys though, if you take your kids to see it, this is a straight up hard R-rated film, so yeah, just warning you guys. But yeah, Logan, amazing. And of course, on a scale of 1 to 10, I'm gonna give the movie Logan a 10 out of 10. This movie's just so good. It's so good. Can't wait to see it again tomorrow. So yeah, that was my review for the movie Logan. So yeah, in the comment section below, please tell me, did you see this movie? And if you did, please give me your thoughts and opinions of the movie. Did you love this movie? Did you think it was overrated? Is this your favorite X-Men movie? Where does it rank on the X-Men scale? Comment below, let me know. And as always, for this video, please subscribe to this channel and join the dark side.